Yeah, now we around with the connection. And I want to make some great that last night I spent a whole lot of time pointing out the fact that the state police in this state get up to things that they're not supposed to be doing and get up to criminal activity and incriminating people and doing illegal things that they should not do. Okay? That goes around asking weird, fucking disgusting questions of people with zero context and stuff like that. It's very clear that, through one line that this person uses psychological warfare tactics to incriminate people. So, this is a very huge problem that's systemic where, we very just clearly have police doing things they're not supposed to be doing. And again, all I did was try to start the stream. And we have bitrate shifting around, yada, 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 the very second I start the stream. This is a hack to downtrend the stream so that nobody's in the stream. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep proving that this is happening. And we're going to run trackers on this and trace this back to the piece of shit that's doing this, the stalker, that incriminated people and lied on official documents, lied on court documents, lied to lawyers, lied to people. And we're going to go ahead and continue. Oh, there's the fucking concurrent. Oh, imagine that. The very second that I say police lied on official documents and lied to lawyers, now we have somebody in the fucking stream. It's amazing how immediately somebody shows up in the stream the moment that fucking happens. Wow, almost like they're listening and there's a shitload of people in here, but then they're going to start cycling one concurrent in and fucking showing you the concurrents then. Okay, conveniently then. Yep. Does anybody actually believe this isn't the fucking state police at this point? The closer I get to saying it's the police, the closer I get to talking about certain things, we see all this aggressive behavior. It's indicative of the way police act. And douchebags that do illegal things off the clock, like swerving around behind people and shit like that. Okay? Yep. And we have plenty of evidence of this going on. Plenty of it. Plenty of evidence of police tailgating people. Getting them to drive faster in unmarked cars, and then the person drives faster, so they pull them over. Things like that. Where instead of doing something about the people that have been doing this forever, They actually do that and create system of control. Just systems of control. Instead of actually doing something. Oh, well, let's just, create a new system of control. And that way, we're just controlling what people do instead of properly doing real police work. So here we go. We're seeing these 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. The last stream was completely hacked, and we've seen this go moving forward. This is a completely brand new device, brand new phone, and yet ever since announcing that I have a brand new phone on stream, we instantly saw 17 concurrents in the stream the very second that I announced that, indicating that the piece of shit that is doing all of this, that's view-botting, that has all these trackers and bots on things I say, the police, the stupid stalker that's doing this, literally fucking instantly had 17 concurrents in the stream the very second that I announced that I had a new phone, and that this was a new device, and that they've already caused problems for the new device. With all the hacks and bullshit they're running through through YouTube's fucking shit. They're already doing this. And And we see that it literally is things like even text messages, where all they're doing is turning off my cell service and turning it back on. This person can do this. This is what they did as I started the previous stream. They turned off my fucking cell service and turned it back on. I watched it happen. We didn't have no service. I simply didn't have internet. I watched it happen. It's the same bullshit that's happening with my text messages. They're literally just turning off the internet and turning it back on, intermittently as they want to, throttling it, stealing it, using it. Oh, yeah, because after talking about how police are doing all of this and stuff like that last night, after talking about this, yeah, totally, it's not super aggressive, and the very start of my stream, I can't even start my stream without the bitrate shifting around. Yeah, totally. Makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. If police are doing it, yes, it does. Because that's exactly what they would do. They would just get more aggressive with it, thinking the entitlement, thinking that they have their every right. This is all they would do. Anybody else, the very moment that I said who it was, anybody else would back down. They'd be like, nope, see ya. As soon as they realized I knew who they are, they would immediately. Meanwhile, this continues. Meanwhile, oh, so that's right. Who feels so goddamn entitled every fucking day? Who goes around and acts on entitlement and incrimination, and who causes chaos? Who? Not the majority. I'm talking about like the other half that are a bunch of fucking douchebags voting for Donnie Dickhead. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the jackasses that vote for Donnie Dickhead that you see following me around as I stream, where it's obvious. Are you kidding me? Deeper and go. Why did you beep? No.
How can I help you?
Can I get a medium number 7 with a large Coke, please?
Sure, anything else for you guys?
That's it.
Please hold around for your first order.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's really hard to understand her. That speaker must be old. It's not the mic, it's the speaker.
Would you like a receipt?
So, anyway, I'll tell you what's going on. Oh, yeah, right.
Large Coke?
Yeah.
Here you go.
IRS. Let's talk about that for a few minutes, too. Nothing too crazy. No, it's not. It's not. So they're spiking, they're trying to destroy my device now. They are spiking the CPU. Since I was talking about them disrupting the mobile network earlier, they're spiking the CPU now. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's plenty cold in here. I'm running the AC. It's plenty cold in here. They're literally just lying, the phone's in the shade. You're literally just, oh yeah, and then we see the other concurrent. So like that's the point. Like this is what This person silently talks to all these people and talks shit, and momentarily all these people sit here and actually it's ridiculous. I wonder how long I'm gonna wait. Thanks. That's good. Even on a bad day, like it still wasn't, like it was still quick. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about IRS. Let's talk a little bit about the IRS. So, I know you're spiking the CPU, like I literally see it. And it's so that I have to switch. You know how it got all stuttery the other day? It's literally just that. It's the same thing as the other day. So what I'm going to do is, this will be another evidence stream. This is police. Like, they want to see my face. Police try to incriminate you. Okay? So I'm just going to fucking say it. Okay? Police try to incriminate you. Okay? I'm just gonna fucking say it. These fucking piece of shit ass 100% aware of who has medical marijuana cards and who doesn't. And I'm a jackass cop that sits here and watches streams. Come here right now, asshole. Actually fucking pull me over for anything valid and get the fuck over to do, and you've been trying to do it for a very long fucking time. You stupid fucking piece of shit, garbage, asshole cop. So yeah, you want to know what I think about police anymore? After they do all this, after they sit here and do nothing about somebody that's stalking and harassing and doing all these things to the family. Somebody arrests somebody else, and instead of treating them like they're innocent until proven guilty, what they do is they call them a name, showing that they're personally linked to this. They feel that this person is guilty. Yeah, proving that they feel that they're guilty. Meanwhile, they're running all these scams to fuck up my streams. Get me to cleverly face the camera at my fucking face. Go fuck yourself, asshole. Literally, just go fuck yourself. I don't give a flying fuck. Go fuck yourself. Oh, right. 2 concurrence again. 2. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. Where's a cop so I can tell him to go fuck himself so that he can try to arrest me for fighting words? Go fuck yourself isn't fighting words. It's literally just go have sex with yourself because nobody else will, because you're a fucking dumb fucking piece of shit asshole. That's all it means, you stupid fuck. It's not fighting words. Oh, my feelings. Ugh! This is all anybody ever does. They sit here. Ugh! 2 concurrence. 2. That's it. Just 2. Yep, 2. Yep, 2 concurrence. Invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy. Invasion of privacy. See, look. See how it's instantly fixed? It's a scam that police do. Police do this to incriminate people. See how it starts glitching around again? It's to get you to face the camera forward. It's a scam. And this is why I started catching on, fucker. You stupid motherfucker. And you know you're doing it. You know that you're a fucking pedophile. You know that you are, you stupid fuck. Top that has like some sort of weird fucking vent. Okay, alright. There's my face. Wow. That's fine. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna endlessly talk about police from now on and how they do nothing all day. There's all these ways to find the refund. Else. No. These YouTube channels are being made by something called the so I taking all of that to try to inform respect this law because I think it's a good. I do believe that all these people that take advantage and so something like, well, there's a warrant employees specifically in this area, local and maybe even state government employees that if you own a business. So they have zero excuse. If you own a business, you pay fucking out the ass in taxes. There's no excuse. Essentially was part of me talking about the seriousness of what's going on and the psychological impact it has on drivers. That when you visit Pennsylvania, extremely aggravating to everybody that lives here. To it and realize that we're caring. But they don't. There's the disruption of the connection. We're disrupting the connection there. Immediately they start trying to disrupt the transmission. Immediately. Very second that I say that state officials could do something. Interesting. Stay silent. We'll just go ahead and see what other illegal things our state senator gets up to. State officials could. I have given ideas. Paycheck. Doesn't spend the money wisely. What the fuck he's doing? I don't think I really have much against our governor. I think he's actually kind of cool. I don't really know much about him, to be honest with you. I'm not really against him. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like, typically if you don't know much about a politician, it's actually a good thing. Because if there's propaganda or something like that, then oh, trust me, you'll know. So this is a good thing. This is why, you didn't know much about Biden until Trump started, based on, the evidence of the findings of doing that thing. that area, and then you just keep doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is what statistics are for, man. Somebody really, really trying to break my phone here, my device. Pretty much this whole stream. And we have 0 concurrence too, by the way. I find it interesting how I have a genuine reaction to something and it's not complaining yet. And then all of a sudden, 1 concurrent shows up in the stream. Huh. Fascinating. Almost like YouTube is hiding views. Wow. Almost like there's a bunch of people hanging out in here. They're just hiding it. Fucking liars. They're just liars. Don't want to own up to the fact that I changed my dynamic at a certain point to basically the fucking Howard Stern of the content creators and started not giving a shit. Because that's what you do to YouTube. You started not giving a shit about the money. And you started not giving a shit about people's livelihoods, about people's property. So you know what? I started not giving a shit. Yep, and I flipped that shit. I started reminding you all, I grew up listening to that. I watched that movie, Private Parts. Go watch it. Phenomenal movie. Nope, it's not some fucking porn or some shit like that. Nope, it's just Howard Stern's movie about his rise to fame and stuff. It had freaking Paul Giamatti in his first movie I saw him in. It's freaking amazing. It's a phenomenal movie. But like the whole point is that's exactly how Howard Stern, you know, like it's not even calculated. It's just the inner parts of the brain finally saying all of these things that everybody is fucking doing around me, that everybody else thinks too and just doesn't say. Everybody else is thinking this. Everybody. They just don't say it. It's literally everybody. Everybody thinks it. These things I say, it's just nobody else is saying it. And that's the point. Like, you know, I mean, in that generation, it was different. You didn't even really have the internet, you know. So like everything was just more about music and you know the culture of that time, you know. But you know, well, obviously now it's internet, now it's AI, now it's fuck. So yeah, like it's just a much more dangerous world. Things are different, and it's gonna sound different. And you know, sometimes it's gonna be funny, sometimes it's just gonna be me bitching about shit because that's what it deserves. But you know, like YouTube doesn't want to admit that they're just silencing the fact that they're wrong. That everybody wants to hear this. So many people are watching. And they're just idling those concurrents and lying to you about my views. That's what like it's. You see it, and then it's not even my fault. But then, like these people, other people to try to support and see it too, and then they're like, "Yeah, let's band together. We see it too," and then YouTube suppresses them too. So then they have to try to make these other channels and have to try to hide and shit. That's fucked up. This is fucked up. It's fucked up. YouTube is fucked up. Google is fucked up. A new fucking mixtape. I just dropped it. It's gonna be called YouTube's Fucked Up. Yeah, and like you know full well, if I actually sold that, it would probably never be on YouTube. They would ban it or something like that. Remember when they dissed him? Everybody showed up to request his video, and they just had to remember that. And then he knew that was going to happen too. He's such a genius. He knew that was going to happen, so he put the line in the song about MTV, wanting him back and stuff like that. Without me, because it feels so empty without me. Like that was the whole fucking point, was that MTV didn't treat him fairly originally because he was a white rapper. That's it. They were fucking racist. They were actually racist. And you know what I mean? Like, it goes the other way. You have to recognize that. There is no such thing as reverse racism. It's just racism, guys. And they were actually this way. And so, like, you just literally just see it. And it's not just YouTube, it's other companies that do this shit too throughout history, where they just play defense, and they're just like, well, this guy says all these things, and we don't want him saying all these things because people complain. Duh. And that's what it was with Eminem. He had to be censored, and oh man, it's so terrible. Come on. And we all, yet now, generationally, now we all understand. Now Eminem is fucking legendary, right? Like, obviously coveted, legendary, goddamn national treasure, in my opinion. And so you just, again, see in history, it's not just Howard Stern, it's not just other people that just say the bullshit. It's everybody. It's Eminem. It's everybody. It's anybody that speaks truth, that has the balls to call these people out to their faces. And yeah, the sheer amount of times I've told YouTube to go fuck themselves. Yeah. And then the AI sat here and rationalized that it's logical to feel that way after everything that's happened. We sit here and spend 3-hour streams trying to get through everything that's happened, being harassed and stalked on this platform, doxxed, which is permanent, by the way, now. Everybody's seen that. Like, that's the point. This platform has allowed that to be permanent. They could have removed it quickly, but they wanted it to be permanent. Oh, trust me, they're going to get sued. And it may not even be me. Yeah, I may be part of a bigger entity someday that sees fit to pursue this, because flat out, I'm valuable to certain people. I have a brain. I do say things that make sense. And you know what? Yeah, this is wrong. And if they're going to do it, being smart, and so what, you just want to be dumb forever and suppress intelligence? No, this is what you don't want. The point is, it's just somebody that's afraid. It's literally people that work at YouTube, people that work for Google, that pander to this authoritarian dictatorship that want Russia and the Soviet Union to take over. It's literally that. It's all that. It's all politics. And as much, and essentially as close as they can get to incriminating somebody, embarrassing somebody. That's it. That was it, YouTube. That's the big fucking secret that I was hiding the whole fucking time. I said it earlier. Big fucking deal. Yep. Oh my god, medical cards. Holy fucking shit. Yep. My god. And then you see the evidence. You guys wonder. You be seeing here, applying for job after job. Never ever in my life did I ever have problems finding a job before. Never in my life. I've held jobs for 5 years, 2, 3. I've had management positions. I've been good in my positions, and then conveniently all around this person doxing me and YouTube doing nothing. You guys are probably like, well, why doesn't he have a job yet? Why isn't he working? Why isn't he? Gee, I wonder. I wonder. I wonder what happens when you dox somebody's address every day their name every day. I wonder what actually happens. Or, you know, like, maybe the fucking morons this has never happened to, just that make fun of it, don't really care. But, you know, you really can't appreciate how permanent that is. And how, you know, basically just nobody's going to help if everybody hates you. And that's not fair to anybody. It's not the victim's fault. If anything, the point is YouTube should remove these things quickly, and they don't. So why aren't they? So why aren't they? Well, I think we've figured this out now. Yep, I think we figured this out now. I think it's like kind of obvious, right? Yep. And so, like, you know, it's the sort of thing where YouTube wants people to continue revealing every part of themselves, being invasive and stuff like that, so that the authoritarian dictatorships and stuff like that, the AIs and stuff all over, can continue learning things about people. Why is this guy this close to me? 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 Why the fuck is this guy driving 65 miles an hour this close to me? Why is this guy this fucking close to me? Why is this fucking asshole riding my ass, being a jackass? Why is he doing it? Why? Because he's an asshole? Why is he doing it? Why do you think he was doing that? To pressure me to drive faster? Is that why? Is that why you think he was doing that? To, you know, to pressure me to drive faster, right? This is kind of the point, is people get on the highway and they act really bad on the highway. And this is the issue. The issue is that people then get off the highway, and there's a lot of roads around here that aren't highways, and people around here are fucking nuts with how fast they drive. And when they get off the highway and they start acting like that, you know, you got a lot of these roads around here that are like 35, 40 miles an hour. You can't be fucking driving 70. And that's what they're doing. That guy was probably trying to go 80. Most people go 80 around here. That's what I see. And they want to act like there's not a problem with speeding. That's a general thing I see. I generally see people in this area driving in the left lane, and the traffic flow is usually about 80 miles an hour, about 75 to 80 miles an hour. So you have to rationalize this is the grace that the police departments in the area are allowing people to go. And I just don't agree with that. I agree with 5. I agree with single-digit numbers. I agree with single digits. But the moment you start getting closer to 10, at 10, that's where you no. Yeah, I agree with a grace period, I do. But no, you don't fucking do that. You don't fucking sit there and just not pull them over for going 15 over. That makes no fucking sense. That makes zero fucking sense. Yeah, this state has a real problem right now. And you know what the problem is? I'm going to tell you. The employers in this state are allowed to drug test for marijuana. Even though if you have a medical card, obviously that's legal. That's a massive problem. And then you start realizing all the states where unemployment is low and stuff like that, why that's the case. Where they're legalizing it on the medical side of things, but not recreationally. And then you see this huge gap in unemployment because the fucking employers are doing drug tests. Meanwhile, these people just have a fucking prescription. Are you kidding me? Do you drug test for alcohol and cigarettes too? Do you drug test for alcohol and cigarettes too? No. Now, granted, believe it or not, some medical facilities screen you for smoking cigarettes and stuff because they want their employees to be smoke-free. I actually agree with that. And that's fine. I understand the medical community is a little bit different, and you want it to be clean. That makes sense. But not at just a job where in your state it's medically legal and then you're testing everybody and all the employers can just discriminate and drug test you. And, oh, well, if you have a medical card, they won't even consider you. You know what I'm going to do? Since the state has made this a problem, you know what I'll do? I'll just endlessly collect unemployment. How's that sound? Yeah, you know what? Since I'm the fucking asshole that didn't take advantage of the state. Yeah, what an asshole I am. I didn't take advantage of the state. Imagine that. Maybe that's what I should do. I should just do what everyone else does and fucking take advantage of the fucking system and collect unemployment and go on fucking disability or some shit and fucking just sit on my goddamn ass and bitch about other people's fucking streams and try to cancel other people's channels and pretend I have seizures and shit like that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just pretend I have seizures. Oh, by the way, if somebody has a seizure, they take their goddamn license away, you fucking retards. Jesus Christ. This guy's claiming he's having seizures and he's driving the next day? Duh! He says the ambulance came and they didn't take his... Duh! Yeah, we believe this. Take your fucking license like that fucking day. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just sit here and scam the state government and try to make all kinds of money like everybody else does. Oh, meanwhile, I have legitimate reasons. I actually have legitimate reasons. And meanwhile, I haven't sat here and fucking used that. And all these other people actually try to take advantage of it. It's so, it actually is truly amazing how people just can have no remorse for doing anything. Like, they just get used to taking advantage of things. Like it's a fucking cheat code or something. Then you wonder why people are raising taxes, why Republicans raise taxes, and why they hate the fucking low-class people and stuff like that and think about it that way. Well, that's why, because you prove that you're low class. All you do is think in scams and fucking milk the system and act like jackasses. Meanwhile, are they wrong? Are they wrong? And then you rationalize, okay, don't be a Trump. You know, don't sit there and undo the democracy and everything you say is a lie. Yeah, so you know, it's just absolutely unbelievable. Anyway, I'm considering changing banks because I actually just found out that the IRS, it seems, had issues direct depositing, even though I used the correct numbers and stuff like that. So I think they sent a check, but the point is there's no way, like I did track it and it actually doesn't even say that they sent one. So I don't know, I don't think they did, I don't know. This is all based on... Yeah, I mean, I think they sent a check, to be honest with you. And so, like, that indicates they couldn't direct deposit it, which means I'm going to get a new bank. I'm just sick and tired of dealing with stupid shit. I do like it, but if they're going to continue doing this to me, I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. Because that should have been direct deposited. Fucking assholes. Banks are so stupid sometimes. Like, why do banks have transactions pending for like a week? Oh, right, because they make interest and money off that. That's right. Right. You know, it's like, it's the point is, like, banks are like the only entity that can just sit here and create money out of fucking thin air. They can just literally lie and create money out of thin air. That doesn't exist. That money is not accounted for yet. No, that transaction's pending. We'll just tack interest. Fuck. Just collect. That's how we do things in the banking industry. We just collect interest on things and create money out of thin air. You're storing money. What? How do you justify... Wait, what? It's just like completely money created out of thin air. And you start realizing how corrupt this country really is. Where it's Donald Donnie Dickhead, Trump fucking Dickhead, and people like him, and not the other Republicans, not even the other Democrats. It's not. It's just Donnie Dickhead and the rich people that fucking prop up banks. Bank after bank. How many banks do you see that just pop up? They just pop up. And then they last for a couple of years and then they close down. Do you know why? I'll bet you don't. Yeah, what they're doing is they're opening for a little bit, getting a bunch of interest, get a bunch of accounts, and then, well, we can't make ends meet, so we'll just close up, declare bankruptcy, and, you know, insurance, maybe even claim something on insurance for the business closing, yada, 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 and maybe they might make bank, quite literally. Pun intended. You know what I mean? Like, they just, like, fucking get out while they can, and they don't ever actually have any serious notion to continue this bank, and then you find out that maybe these guys are also scammers and money mules, where they open this bank for a period of time just to get a bunch of people's information in the United States, yada, yada, yada. Like, you know, like, you have to rationalize this is probably what some people have done over the years, where they came here, wanted to start kind of, you know, setting up shop a little bit, And, yeah, did it. Opened up. Now, this is what idiots used to do about the people that work at Dunkin' Donuts and like, trying to be all racist about that. Look, man. First of all, Dunkin' Donuts isn't all owned. Like, it's not... Yes, I do realize that the Indian influence... I get it, all right? Whatever. I do realize all of that influence, but you have to realize that that's pretty racist. Again, it's just a Dunkin' Donuts. What the fuck does a Dunkin' Donuts have to do with anything? No. You have to worry about a Dunkin' Donuts. Who cares? No. A bank where, like, you see these pop up and then they disappear, yeah, I would be a little bit concerned about that. And I don't think it's them either. I think it's Russians. And I think that Donnie fucking dickhead is married to the one that is arguably very questionable. I don't really know much about her, to be honest with you, but that's kind of the point. And, like, I don't want to get too personal with him, but with him, that's kind of where you want to go, because that's sort of the point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I ran my business, I didn't employ a bunch of undocumented people. You know what I mean? Like this, people don't do this. Normal fucking people don't do this. They don't run golf resorts with undocumented workers while being racist and complaining about undocumented people in this country. Like you don't do that. I see a huge inability for people to, again, we talked about this last night, again, we just see a huge inability for people to use the internet properly. They're not using DuckDuckGo. They're not, like when you search politics, you should use DuckDuckGo or something like that, because Google's infested with your add-ons and your trackers and the things that give you your Republican agenda, the thing that lies to you. I've seen some leaning Democratic media that's lied about some things in the past, but Republican media, pretty much all of it's a lie, because Donald Trump doesn't really speak in truths, and they have to sit there and just spend all their time lying, because there's nothing he says that's true, and he doesn't really do anything that helps, and anything that he has done that's good was inherited by the Democrat. So you have to start actually rationalizing that all you're going to find is a bunch of lies if anybody is backing him up, and that's why any media organization that backs him up looks like a joke, because you can't. So, the point is you need to actually fucking use the internet and research things, and nobody ever did that. We've all been trying to inform you, and you just went, oh, it's all fake news, it's all fake, none of it's true. What? You really believed this? You really believed the guy is all there, telling you that like when you compare the footage, he literally said this, his whole YouTube videos, he said this, and it's comparing footage, and the next day he said this, I never said that. He says this, and the next day, no, I never said that. He said this, and then even fucking 4 hours later, he's like, I never said that. Literally just like over and 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 over. His whole fucking first term, and when he's running the first term. And then we get Biden, who actually does something. He manages to actually clean up things and actually do something positive for the country. And Trump comes in office, we start to see that, and Trump takes credit, because you don't understand that these things take time. You will not see what a president does from day to day unless the president's an asshole and taking advantage of power like fucking Trump is. So this is how he's pulling the wool over your eyes. I told you guys this before. He's just using executive orders like they're fucking coloring books. And this is not what they're for. He shouldn't have this ability. He's not a king. He's the commander-in-chief of the U.S. military, and that's what he should be doing. Foreign policy. Cultural shift relating to national security demands, which he's causing, by the way. These are the things that the President of the United States should handle, and speaking, too. Speaking on our behalf because of those things. But that's it. That's the point. He's... what? You know what I mean? Like it's not hard. And then the vice president, he's a lot of tasks too. She or he has a lot of tasks too, and a lot of tasks, dealing with Congress and stuff like that people don't realize. You need to look into this stuff. Sort of like everybody. The famous Kamala thing where she unfortunately had to read all the electoral ballots and read Trump had more. And, of course, the Republicans... The famous part, though, is not the Republicans standing up to clap for Trump. The famous part was when the Democrats all stood up to clap for her, even though she still lost. The whole point was, screw you. You're really going to sit there and do that? After acting the way you did for the past, really? And these are the mature adults in the room. They're clapping an electoral. This is how mature. They can't not rub it in. So, of course, the Democrats all stood up and clapped for it. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And it was nice to see that smile on her face. It was nice. It's just really upsetting how people treat the people that have actually been running your country well and doing any little bit that's good. And it was those people. It was Kamala. It was Biden. It was Obama. It was... not Trump and not Bush, that's for sure. Clinton, too. Clinton balanced the budget in the 90s. We haven't had a balanced budget since him. You know that, right? And Bush destroyed the economy with Iraq. He spent $5 trillion overnight. Obama fixed it. He had 2 terms of economic growth, economic stimulus organizations. Trump came in, signed a bunch of executive orders, just removing them. Anything attached to Obama's name, he just removed it. Economic stimulus organizations or not. These affected things. And Trump took the boost from Obama. He came into Obama's unprecedented job growth. That wasn't Trump, that was Obama. So, anyway... we've stopped the scam. See how it hasn't continued now? So they can stop it, and they are actively doing it. Because I didn't do anything really this time. I just sort of let it go. And that's proof that this person is still antagonizing and actively doing that particular scam. So that's what I wanted to show you, is essentially how, all of a sudden you don't see it, from earlier. So it'd be pretty apparent. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me out here. There's a lot going on that I can't say, and I'm gonna leave the info at what I only gave to you guys today. There's a lot I can't say because there's a very serious situation going on, and it's really fucked up. That's all. And it's a real situation. And I'm sure you guys can kind of see it now. And, this is kind of why I always at least level with you and and tell you the one thing I didn't tell you yet, so that you understand kind of what they're doing. You understand like what the one thing is. Like, that's it. Big fucking deal, right? So, you know, most people aren't going to give a shit. And so that's where you have to rationalize. These assholes really try to incriminate and explode things just because they know that you're trying to keep that. And so, like, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, what's he hiding? What's he... You know, and so, like, when you find out it's just that, it's like, oh. But the point is, they want to explode it, make you think it's this, make you think it's exploded. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I just figured enough's enough. There. Yeah, it's a shame, and it's a very real situation going on in this state. It's just fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, man. It's disgusting. This state is disgusting, and our senator is... Oh, man. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe it's the governor. I'm sorry, maybe it's the governor. Maybe I got that mixed up. We have a Republican governor now, not a Republican senator, right? Or maybe we have both. Maybe I'm mixing them up. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I don't think I'm confusing them with each other. But I'll do my research. It's just, I've been so focused on everything going on with Donnie fucking Dickhead. Well, because he really is affecting so many things right now. And you want to pay attention. If prices are going to go up in the grocery stores all of a sudden skyrocket, you want to pay attention to that. Don't hoard things, please. This is just going to make it worse. But a little bit extra, yeah. But please don't hoard things. When you hoard things, you make it worse for everybody. And all you did was hoard one thing. Please don't do that. By the way, I have a question about the eggs before I go. The egg situation where people were buying all the eggs. How the fuck do you buy so many eggs? Like, I saw that video, the guy at the Costco was like buying them. How the hell would you use that many? And also, did he have a business? Were they going in a walk-in? Because you have to refrigerate eggs. You have to use them within X amount of time. Who the hell is buying that many? When I look at that, I just wonder what he's doing with it. If he's going to actually legitimately use it in X amount of time, fine. But I got news for you. Someone buying that many eggs, that many of any dairy product, yeah, the reason it's a red flag is because it's a dairy product. He has to consume that in like 2 weeks. How the fuck? And he's got like a pallet of eggs? A pallet. It basically looked like a pallet, did it not? You guys know what I'm talking about. The dude with the eggs. It was in that Costco or something. How? And why? So yeah, like, again, if he owned a business, maybe. It still seemed like a lot of... I'll be honest with you, even working at the fast food place where we had real eggs stacked up, yeah, we had about as many as he had there. And that's a business that does a lot of fucking egg products daily. And we had as many... So that's where you have to rationalize. That's a red flag for anybody that deals with eggs, that knows what's going on and sees that and says, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, man? That's why people are calling that out, because it's not the normal sort of thing. You want to hoard toilet paper? All right, it's annoying. It'll raise the prices probably for a little bit, maybe, if a bunch of people do it. but it's not gonna like, it's not gonna like hurt the environment. You know, like it's not gonna be like causing like the point is like there's only so many eggs, there's only so many chickens, there's only so many farmers, there's only so many. Yeah, like they're probably gonna go bad if you don't consume them too. Like the point is that is he buying them to eat them and actually consume them, or are they gonna go bad? And I sure as hell hope he's not throwing a pallet of eggs away, because that feeds a lot. This is what people are worried about and thinking of. So anyway, this is why you regulate. This is why you restrict. It's not to be douches. It's not to be, you know, controlling and for some fucking weird conspiracy QAnon theory that some, you know, person told you, you know, some wolf barked at the moon one night and because of that Donald Trump said this one line you know, about some sort of fucking thing and now this all is some sort of connection to what I'm talking about here. No, there's no goddamn QAnon. What even is that? Like that. So, some of that is some of the most random bits of information I've ever heard, and it's not even information. It's just nonsense crap. So like I don't know. Like I feel like QAnon conspiracy theories anymore are literally just, if somebody was like in a coloring book trying to color something in and they're just coloring outside the lines and shit. Like that's how I feel like a QAnon conspiracy theory looks stacked up against even other conspiracy theories. Like somebody is in a fucking coloring book with crayons and they're just coloring all outside the lines and shit, like, and they're just like, does it look good? And you're like, yeah. Yep. Yeah, you know what? Bravo. Yep. You did a good job there. like this is how I feel like QAnon conspiracy theories are. It's just essentially there's nothing based on zero, and this is what these people hold on to anymore. Deniability, just the ability to create complete nonsense out of thin air just to be in denial. Anyway, yeah, probably stop there. We're gonna get going. Thanks for watching. It's interesting how we had like all these people watching when I'm like sitting right here for some reason. Isn't that interesting? How like I'm sitting right here in this parking lot and I have like these really solid concurrents watching. Like just this parking lot. I wonder if the concurrents that are watching understand the parking lot that I'm in and are somehow able to track my device even though my location service isn't on. I wonder if it's almost as if they, oh, that's right, hacked into my car's GPS system a while ago and started doing things with that. Oh, that's right, remember that? Oh, that's right, yes, now I remember. That's right, this is what they do. Anyway, notice how there's solid concurrence and they didn't even fucking leave. They're just sitting on here listening. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. And yet earlier, they're just cycling in and out, trying to... Yeah, so now they're just going to endlessly sit here and try to figure out something else, because now I took away anything that they had. They were going to use this endlessly. Yep. Now it goes away. Because nobody's going to give a fuck. Literally nobody's going to care. Nobody gives a shit. Yep. Nobody. See ya.